I, female, 30 years old, make significantly less money than my husband, male, 35 years old, because of the line of work I'm in. I recently started a new job, and although I'm still making less money than my husband, I am making more than I ever have in my career, and this new job is a huge opportunity for me and will allow me to help provide more financially to the family. I am still going through training at my new job, and I don't have any paid time off, PTO saved up, because obviously it's only been a few weeks since I got hired. When my son, 1.5 years old now, was first born, my husband and I made the decision together that I would become a stay-at-home mom, Sam. Fast forward to a year and a half later, my husband and I decided it would be best for our family if I go back to work, hence the new job. My son got sick last week and couldn't go to daycare, and because I'm still training at my new job and don't have any PTO, I asked my husband if he would have the flexibility and stay home with our son. He got irritated and said that I should stay home, since he is higher up in his company and is the primary breadwinner. Keep in mind, he's been at his job in the same position for years, so has way more PTO saved up, and he is even allowed to work remotely. I personally got frustrated because I so often feel like the default parent, which was fine when I was a stay-at-home mom, but we both work now, of us, and don't always feel like he offers many compromises when it comes to situations like this. I told him I couldn't take the day off to be with our son, and for once my career and job needs to be more important than his since it's a new job. He told me I wasn't being fair and made me feel like I was an AH. Now, here are the comments. Comment 1. Not the idiot. Of course he's higher up. He didn't make the sacrifice of putting his career on hold to care for your child. This is why men usually out-earn women, aside from blatant sexism in the workplace. You need to have a conversation with him. I'm concerned he may be having second thoughts about allowing you to work and is now trying to sabotage your new job, a type of financial abuse. I hope I'm wrong. You need to make it clear he will be the one staying with your child until you've been in the job longer and have ample PTO built up or can work from home. If he refuses, do you really want to stay with someone so unreasonable? Comment 2. Not the idiot. Your husband has the PTO, you don't. He's not as important to his work as he thinks he is. If he died tomorrow, his workplace would replace him in the blink of an eye. I wonder if he's not sure what to do with a sick kid, seeing as you've done most of the caring for your son since he was born, and he's trying to get out of it. The thing is that you are on probation, and you have the option of your husband to care for a child. He either wants you to work and helps out, or he doesn't. Comment 3. Hard, not the idiot. Your husband can pull his weight as a parent. You already sacrificed a lot career-wise, taking a year and a half off to be a stay-at-home mom. He continued his upward mobility, and you stayed home, sacrificing retirement savings, income savings, career connections, etc. He has the PTO. You do not. For the next year, he should be taking the PTO days needed when your son is sick, and he shouldn't complain about it. He sounds so incredibly unsupportive. I'm really angry at him for you. Now, for the next story. My 15-year-old female. Parents divorced when I was 3. My dad quickly remarried after that to my now stepmother. They have no children together, but my stepmother, whom I'll call Dora, has a 16-year-old daughter named Sam. Sam quickly bonded with my dad because her biological dad has never been in the picture. He loves her and treats her as his own. However, we are not close and we don't really like each other. She primarily lives with my dad, while I spend Friday night to Monday morning at his house and around 5 weeks during school breaks. Now, my paternal family is really outdoorsy. We like to do a bunch of things together, but Sam is included, and we just ignore each other during these activities while enjoying our time with others. However, my dad, granddad, aunt, and I have a special treasure hunt that we do around Christmas, which is really special to me. It's like the only real time I have with my dad because, while Sam is not as difficult as some others I've read about, she really likes to demand both my granddad and dad's attention. Since they consider me tomboyish, they kind of ignore me to coddle her, which sucks. My dad asked me around my 10th birthday if he could invite Sam, and I said no. I've been saying no ever since, and while he doesn't like it, he respects my decision. He does other stuff with her without me, and I don't complain. This year, however, Sam is very adamant about going, and I just don't want her to come. My dad is pressuring me to let her come, as well as Dora, while my aunt and grandma are insisting that he just leaves this thing untouched between us. But my dad doesn't want to hurt his little girl's feelings. Not gonna lie, that stung. So I said that if he really wants her there, then he doesn't have to pick me up for Christmas this year and to just leave me be. I called my mom to pick me up, and my dad tried to console me and apologize because I was crying, but I just asked him to leave me alone and went to the porch to wait. Sam and Dora insist that I'm an idiot and that I'm acting selfish, but the way I see it, it's not like that. This is the only real thing I have with my dad. I have to do everything else with him and Sam, or else I get a nasty look. I get that Dad loves her and I don't care, but why do I have to share the only thing I have? Now, for the next story. So I, 30-year-old, have let my sister, 27-year-old, live with me for the past 3 years. I have only charged her $250 to stay here, changed to $300 in 2023 because of utility price increases. The agreement was made to have her just pay a portion of utilities to stay here. It's still not even half of them, so I take most of the burden. We have gotten along for the most part, but she still isn't a very good guest. She's quite rude to me sometimes, but at least she's pretty nice to my wife. She doesn't clean much, makes messes that just sit around for a day before my wife or I end up cleaning them up. Now her boyfriend of 2 years tries very hard to put on a strong, quiet type, masculine man, and just comes off as prideful and pretentious. So very traditional gender roles, which is fine with me. So by inference, he needs to take care of his new family because of his beliefs. He's about 40 minutes away. She told me she would be moved out in the fall because she started a family with this guy, and he needs to take care of them. The baby is due at the end of December or the start of January. I don't have room for her to stay with a baby, and frankly, don't want her boyfriend over all the time to take care of the kid. Now here's where I might be an idiot. I am very nervous. They aren't going to find a place. She got mega pissed at me when I asked how the search is going a few weeks ago, which I thought was odd. And to be clear, I asked in a very friendly tone, offered my help, and was kind. I didn't ask in a pushy way like I wanted her to leave. Because of this, I'm nervous she's going to stay here and have her baby. I don't have room for 2 families to live at my house, and my wife agrees and is nervous as well. Because of this, I want to have 2 brand new leases made. Right now, it's just month-to-month utilities only, 1. Instead of just paying utilities, I would charge $600 a month with a 30% portion of utilities. She will receive a copy of all utility bills paid. I would charge her a percentage because she will crank the AC, then have her window open all day. I would say this is a 6-month lease as well, and she would be able to break it if she got a new place. I would also restrict access for guests unless they are on the lease as well. 2. I will just charge her $300 in rent to be here, no utilities, until December 1st. I will give her 1 week to think about it. If she doesn't sign either, I will give her an eviction notice, which I understand would not look good for her finding her own apartment. I really can't have her here if she's adding more people to my house. So would I be the idiot? Now, for the next story, please read my comments before giving a judge because I have more background. I, 39-year-old male, gave my daughter, 10 years old, an iPhone SE 2 days ago. My ex-wife, 37 years old, and I have been separated since she was 5. Well, my daughter is really into privacy, and she set a passcode on her phone. I have the code written down on a notebook that includes passwords just in case she forgets. Yesterday, her mom texted me and asked what the passcode is. I texted back, asking why she wants to know. She said that she wants to check who our daughter is in contact with and which social media platforms she is using. I told her that if our daughter isn't telling her, then she shouldn't think that I will tell her either because a kid deserves privacy. I can easily check who she's in contact with when she visits me, and if anything is wrong, I'll tell her. Well, She told me that we need to know as soon as possible and that our daughter could be foolish and put herself in danger while she is at her place. Our daughter is at her mom's for 4 days, but I do see her during those 4 days because her school is close enough to my work. Sometimes I pick her up to go to cafes or parks for an hour or two before her mother picks her up. I said, I can check her phone even on the days you have her because it's on school days. She got frustrated, told me that she has the right to know, and hung up. I asked my daughter if she even wants her mother to know her passcode, and she said she doesn't know, but she wants her phone to be hers only and prefers fewer people knowing the passcode. So, am I the idiot, Aita? Now, here are the comments. Comment 1. You're the idiot. You have no clue about the predation that occurs online. Your daughter does not have a right to phone privacy. You and your ex-wife both have a responsibility to monitor your child's messages, and by the way, she's too young for social media. The internet is the #1 means that traffickers use to seduce children, and trafficking is an epidemic around the world right now. Trust me, as someone who works with these kids, you don't want to set up the dynamic that your daughter can play you and your wife against each other. You'd rather have a healthy daughter at home who is angry at you for monitoring her phone than a missing daughter being trafficked, or worse. And let your ex have the password. Men and women bring different talents to parenting. Use this as a bridge to co-parenting rather than a tool for control. Comment 2. You're the idiot. A 10-year-old should not have unlimited privacy on a phone from either parent. You're just being an idiot to your ex. You should both have the ability to monitor what your kid is doing online. If I were your ex, I'd take the phone away while she's with her. You need to learn to be an actual parent, not a friend. You also should have talked to her mom and made a plan together for rules and boundaries before even buying the phone. Comment 3. So your ex has to respect your 10-year-old child's privacy, but you can be the one who goes through her phone? You're the idiot. Firstly, your child is 10 years old, a very vulnerable age, and your ex wanting to be able to check who is contacting her is actually good parenting. Why are you the only parent with the authority to check her phone? I can only assume you have some sort of grudge against your ex. Now, for the next story. Hello, Reddit. This is obviously a throwaway because I don't want people I know in real life to find my main account. I'm 17 years old, and for some background, my sister and her 6-month-old daughter are currently staying with my parents and me because her husband was abusive to her, so she left. My sister and parents asked me to go to the store and get some stuff, so I agreed. I went to the store and got some things that included milk, eggs, fruit, and some snacks, but the only thing that really matters here is the diapers. My sister needed more for my niece, so I grabbed the last box of the brand she uses that was on the shelf. I figured it wouldn't be an issue. I went to look for something else in the store, and this lady comes by, looking pretty frantic. She starts asking me for the diapers in my cart, saying that she's a single mom and she needs them for her kid, and I'm a selfish, entitled brat for not giving them up. I tried to be nice and just tell her that I needed them for my sister, but she wouldn't leave me alone. She was yelling at that point, and I had to ask an employee to help me. They managed to get her to leave, and although I feel that I might not have been wrong, I do feel bad because it really looked like she was upset and that she needed them. Some of my friends said I should post here and ask, so I figured I would do that. Now, here are the comments. Not the idiot. Your sister needed the diapers too. This lady was frustrated, but both of you needed the diapers, and she arrived later than you did. This is likely not the only store, so I imagine she can go to another one to find some. She should not have taken it out on you. She especially shouldn't have tried to claim sympathy as a single mom, considering the awful circumstances your sister is in right now. Everyone's got problems, and it's not right for her to just assume someone else has it easier just because she wanted something. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Your sister needed them just as much, and you got there first. It sucks for her, but it is what it is. She had 3 options. Either find a similar product, ask an employee to check the stock, or go somewhere else. What you don't do is harass other customers. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.